From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made here at the 36. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's got room. 49 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks 12-yard line.
Hey, kill.
In motion right is Brown. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, check. Hey, kill.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Hey, check.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Now Chubb running right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 72 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That one goes for 8 yards.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. He's at the 50. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuebu now. Mahomes now on first down. That is caught by Anderson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll be out right at the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They go up the middle with Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
He's taken down a loss of 2 yards.
Mahomes now to throw. Found his target, it's Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
24 yards gain on the play.
They're going to look to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Gibson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints open the lead up to 34-0. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now. and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Evans has it left side. Past the 20. Touchdown. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Hey, kill.
They'll send Brown in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 26. 219 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Gibson again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal. Brissett. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gibson is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Robbie Anderson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Hey, kill.
On third down, Brissett forced out to his left. He's got him in, complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll go. It's Gibson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Gibson here running out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, kill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, kill.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the... And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Second down and goal. Brissett. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
This is third and goal. Brissett flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.